Everyone, welcome back to On the Glide Slope. We're going to do something a little bit different today. Every once in a while get asked to record a full flight, sort of like a Twitch streamer would do. So I'm doing that today. It's the next leg of the Alphabet Challenge on PilotEdge, R to S. That's Riverside, KRAL to San Diego, Lindbergh. Our route of flight is going to be to climb up to about 6,500 feet to get over the San Diego Peak area in the Santa Ana Mountains. And then we'll make Dana Point our first reporting point. We'll make a turn, fly to the ocean side VOR, then down following the coast to the Del Mar racetrack. By then we should have already been handed over to the San Diego Bravo. If not, we will by then certainly be asking for permission to enter. 5,500 feet on that leg, and should be pretty straightforward. So the only thing I need to do is be careful of some airspace along the way, but at those altitudes and with that route, we shouldn't have to worry about much other than the Bravo when we get to San Diego. I'm going to treat this as a training flight for me in terms of my real-world instructions, so I'm going to go through the procedures. I'm going to work all the radios, which is why I'm going to be on PilotEdge, which I'm already on, and we'll just treat it by the book. So that's basically the plan, and hopefully the GoPro and the battery holds out. So without any further ado, I'm just going to get started with my flow here. So everything's off. Circuit breakers, we don't have them, but we'll presume they're off. Autopilot, everything's done, off. Avionics is off. Fuel selector is to both. Fuel selector shutoff valve is in. Throttle open, 1/4 inch. Mixture is full rich. Carb heat is cold prime. We will do that through the fuel pump. Master switch. There we go, master switch. Sometimes the switches get toggled off and I'm not quite sure if things are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Beacon light is on. And ignition. So 1/4 inch, step on the brakes, clear prop. There we go. Butt kicker's alive, I can feel that. Oil pressure looks good. Fuel pump off, avionics on. Turn on nav lights, we've got lights there, fine. And radios are on. Transponder, standby. Actually, we're squawking Alt-C here, which we should be doing. Flaps are all the way up. Ammeter looks good. Heading indicator set. Our first heading, depending on what they give us off of departure, is going to be about 192 degrees to our top climb. Is that our heading bug? 170, 180, 190, 192 or so. Let's get the AWAS. AWAS here, 128.8.
Riverside Muni Information Bravo. 2100 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 23, dew point -15. Altimeter 3012. Arriving and departing runway 27. Advise on initial contact you have Bravo.
Okay. 3012 is our altimeter. Let's get that one more time, just make sure we've got our numbers straight.
Riverside Muni Information Bravo. 2100 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 23.
Okay. Our ground control here, there's no clearance, so we'll be getting flight following. We'll get that actually when we are in the air. From SoCal approach, ground is 121.7.
Santa Barbara Tower, Cala 948, ready for takeoff runway 25 at Juliet.
Keller 948, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff, on course approved, maintain VFR at or below 1,500.
Clear for takeoff runway 25, maintain VFR 1,500 or below. On course approved, KRAL 948.
Riverside Tower, Skyhawk 15, Juliet Golf is at General Aviation, would like VFR departure to southwest. Oh, I'm sorry, Riverside Ground would like taxi for VFR departure to southwest.
15 Juliet Golf, Riverside Ground, runway 27, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
27 Alpha Charlie, 15 Juliet Golf. Okay, 27 by Alpha Charlie. And that means we just got to go this way, so. While we're here, before we get moving, let's get our frequency for the tower ready to go, 121.0. The steering for the Cessna seems better in this most recent beta 8. Unfortunately, the SciTech trim wheel no longer works. So, there you go. Improve one thing, lose another. So I've actually got the trim tab set to a control on the yoke.
KRAL 948 radar contacts the altitude.
KRAL 948 passing 1,200 for 1,500.
There's Foxtrot.
Delta 1617, contact Salt Lake Center, 135.77.
Sounds like this guy's manning the entire area, LA and the Western expansion today. That's a lot of workload. PE controllers are top notch. I gotta tell you, I really enjoy the service. There is Delta. And we're coming down to Charlie.
Mm. 750 Charlie Romeo, after the Bard VOR, descend to maintain flight level 250.
Okay, we're gonna go to 121.0 and let's get ready for SoCal approach at 135.4 while we're at it. Okay, tower 121.0, pre-takeoff, let's do our run-up. 2,000 RPM. And magnetos, right, that's good. Left, it's good. Vacuum looks good, amps look good, temp looks good, fuel flow is good, temperature is good. Mixture full rich, carb heat on. It's working. Back off. throttle. Strobes. Radios are set, autopilot's off, flaps full up. Trim tab for takeoff. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Where are we? We're at 27 at Charlie, right? Riverside Tower, 15 Juliet Golf, 27 Charlie, ready for departure.
For 15 Juliet Golf, Riverside Tower, runway 15, clear for takeoff, southwestbound departure approved.
Just confirm, 27 negative on runway 15.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff, southwest departure approved.
27 clear for takeoff, southwest departure approved, 15 Juliet Golf, thanks.
Contact Santa Barbara departure 120.55.
Okay, there we go.
120.55 for KRAL 948.
Nobody's coming. If you think you have a contradiction with control, you always ask. And southwest departure is approved, meaning we can make our on-course turn when we get off of here.
KRAL 948, so correction, Santa Barbara departure altitude at your own discretion. Santa Barbara altimeter 3013.
Okay. RPMs. Look correct. Engine instruments are good. Airspeed's alive. We're on the center line, coming to our takeoff point. Rotate. There we go. Let the airplane accelerate. (79 VY), that's our max climb speed. Trying to get the trim set. It's harder.
Oxnard Tower 714.
Harder without the trim tab.
Hotels holding short 25 for a straight out departure.
And let's start our clock. Make our turn.
Oxnard Tower, do you copy?
Stand by.
Okay. We are in the Ontario Bravo, so it doesn't really matter why we're under control from the Delta, but we still want to make sure that we don't bust it if we don't have to, so we should be out of it by the time we hit 27.
714 Hotel Oxnard Tower. Did I give you a taxi clearance to runway 25?
Negative. I'm just getting started on this simulator for the first time.
Roger, I'm going to have to ask you to reposition, then you can't load up holding short of the runway. You got to get a taxi clearance from ground.
Thank you.
Okay, in a minute here we'll be clear of the Delta, and then we will switch over to SoCal approach and ask for our advisories.
Oxnard Ground 714 Hotel.
Might as well tune in the Oceanside VOR while we're at it.
714 Hotel, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm holding short here at runway 25. Can you give me permission to switch to tower?
119 is going to be our bearing into that.
November 714 Hotel, you need to reposition at the ramp. You cannot hold short and load up on an active taxiway.
Yeah, I got that, but I'm afraid if I taxi, I'm going to cross that hold short line.
He's not getting it. He's telling him just...
You're not going to be taxiing onto the runway. You need to reposition your aircraft using the simulator There's not much I can do for you.
Yeah, I have a student right now. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and reposition now.
Roger.
Okay, we're clear of the Riverside Delta. We're on course here.
Lindbergh clearance, good afternoon. November 2907 Golf Piper Comanche IFR to Palm Springs, please.
I had 2 aircraft calling at the same time. I did not comprehend either request, so I need. I heard somebody at Palm Springs. You go ahead first.
Okay, Lindbergh
So we're fine.
clearance,
VFR right now. We'll pick up advisories in a minute. He's pretty busy.
He's a Piper Comanche. IFR to Palm Springs, please.
2907 Golf, Roger. Your clearance is on
Okay.
request. There's another aircraft calling
Fuel
up on
pump
request.
off.
Go ahead now. Zero 1 uniform, Roger. Radar services are terminated. Remain in.
All right, we're outside of the Delta. We can switch over now. The so-called approach. Wait a second here and see if he or anybody else says anything. Bit unusual to be interrupted like that, but it happens. Just make sure we haven't dropped. No, we're still on the network. Okay. SoCal approach, Skyhawk 15 Juliet Golf VFR request. SoCal approach, we are 172 slant alpha and would like advisories to San Diego Lindbergh. We are about 10 miles south of Riverside at 4,200.
Tower, please.
He was broken.
Keller 948, contact Point Magoo approach on 124.7.
We'll see what happens there. I don't know if he got me.
We're 714 Hotel Oxnard ground, so aircraft type. Skyhawk 4 Hotel runway 26, correction, runway 25, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha. Keller 948, Point Magoo approach, roger, the Camarillo altimeter 3013.
Give him a second, see if he heard me or not.
Number 750 Charlie Romeo, connect Albuquerque Center 128.45.
Nice day over the virtual Los Angeles basin. We've got some traffic up here we have to keep visual separation from. There's a lot of traffic. One of the great things about PilotEdge is there's all this drone traffic, especially in Los Angeles. Let's try them again.
We're 2907 Golf Lindbergh, clearance delivery, clear to the Palm Springs Airport via fly heading 310, radar vectors to the Julian VOR, Victor 208 to Thermal, and then direct Palm Springs. Climb and maintain 2000, expect 9,000 in 5 minutes. Departure frequency is 119.6, squawk 1531.
Okay, now we're talking 124.1 for SoCal approach. I don't think he heard me.
We're 2907 Gulf, readback is correct.
Let's see, well, actually closest frequency we went through 4.0. SoCal approach, Skyhawk 15 Juliet Golf, VFR request.
We're 6012 uniform, Bakersfield Tower, make left base runway 30 right, report 3 miles to the southwest. Report 3 miles to the southwest. For 15 Juliet Golf, SoCal approach, say aircraft type, destination, and altitude only.
172 slant Alpha San Diego Lindbergh 6,300.
For 15 Juliet Golf, thank you, squawk 6435.
6435, 15 Juliet Golf.
Number 15 Juliet Golf, radar contact 10 miles northeast of the El Toro VOR. Contact SoCal approach on 128.1.
128.1, 15 Juliet Golf.
For 714 Hotel Oxnard Tower, Sagan, direction of flight. Hotel runway 25, clear for takeoff, straight out departure approved.
SoCal approach, Skyhawk 15 Juliet Golf 6,600.
Number 15 Juliet Golf, SoCal approach, the John Wayne altimeter 3012.
12 for 15 Juliet Golf. Okay, we're up at 6,500. We're over the Santa Ana Mountains. We can level off into our cruise. These seats are uncomfortable for me. They're too upright for my style. I need for my back, and I get sore. Much more so than flying in the actual airplane. All right, let's get ourselves leaned out here. I just looked over here and I've got a message that I've blown a tire. I may take a second to fix that, although I don't quite know how to fix that, so we're just going to have to take our chances. Okay, we're fine in cruise here on this heading until we get to Dana Point.
Okay, firm.
Doing a quick Google search here. A little too lean, there we go. Okay, well, we'll just keep going and see what happens. Wonder if that happened on the runway or if it was just a random failure or what.
601 to uniform, Beaconsfield Tower, runway 30 right, clear to land.
Our next approach frequency is probably going to be 127.3. Looking at the charts, so we'll just try to anticipate that.
Runway 657, push on Charlie, approved, tail southwest.
Should have been about 20 minutes from our takeoff to Dana Point. We're going to be pretty close to that. This is Dana Point right out here in front of us.
For 714 Hotel, Oxnard Tower. Once you leave the Delta airspace, frequency changes at your own discretion.
Yeah, that's why I didn't call him when we left the Delta and asked for permission to change. Once you're outside of the Delta, you are no longer controlled by them and you can switch however you want. But now that we're under advisories, I can't switch without asking for permission.
Victorville information, Lee McCurran.
Laguna Hills off there to our side. You can see John Wayne Airport up there. Things are looking good. Engine instruments are good. I don't have a emergency procedure for blown tire. I assume the only procedure is to set it down as gently as you can.
Target 1431, clear to Honolulu. Ventura 7 departure, DNT transition, then as filed. Line via Citic maintain 5,000 departures on 125.2, squawk 2762.
When we make this turn, we'll descend down to 5,500.
Target 1431, departure frequency 125.2. Target 1431, readback is correct.
We were a little
For
fast.
601 to uniform exit right, join Alpha to the ramp, remain on this frequency that's a pass in the Cat 5 exam.
We were a little faster in climb than I expected to be. We're going to arrive at Dana Point just a few,
Need to read back the taxi instruction.
maybe
Please
a
exit
minute and
right
a half
join
early.
Alpha to parking.
We're at 17 minutes right now. I projected 20 minutes to Dana Point.
For 2907 Gulf runway 27, taxi via Charlie. November 6012 to inform the taxi instruction has now been issued 3 times. Taxi to parking via Alpha.
It's a learning experience on PilotEdge sometimes. First time I ever flew on the network, I blew a taxi instruction. Got asked, "Where are you going?" I said, "I thought I was told to go to the ramp." He says, "You don't go any place till I tell
Keller
you."
948, connect SoCal approach on 134.2.
I'd much rather learn that lesson here than in the real world. And he wasn't rude about it. It was just embarrassing. Not even embarrassing. I just, you know.
Number 15 Juliet Golf, connect SoCal approach 119.6.
9.6, 15 Julie Golf.
Keller 948, SoCal approach, Burbank altimeter 3011.
Okay, we got to Dana Point in 19 minutes. We were off by 1 minute. Make our turn. New heading is going to be 118. SoCal approach, 15 Julie Golf, 6,500.
For 15 Juliet Golf, SoCal approach, Palomar altimeter 3010.
15 Julie Golf. And our new heading is going to be 118 from Dana Point to Oceanside. In fact, I can just dial direct. There we go. And we've been descending here. I lost my awareness on my altimeter there a little bit. So we'll climb back up to where we're supposed to be. Oh, that's right. My mistake. We're going down to 5,500. Look at my chart. And we'll just cut our throttle here.
Aircraft calling SAGAN, call sign only.
Flying past the Camp Pendleton restricted area, but it tops out at an altitude
725 Whiskey.
we don't have to worry about.
Delivery. Verified destination is Santa Barbara. Alright, you need to check your flight plan. Your arrival airport is filed incorrectly. I don't have a route filed for you, and you need to also add your equipment suffix on your aircraft type. So once you fix those things, go ahead and refile your flight plan and then call clearance.
Once we're past the Oceanside VOR, we'll start thinking about the Bravo. San Diego is 1,200 pattern altitude. So we're going to have to lose 3,000, 4,000 feet, which is going to take us at 500 feet a minute, about 8 minutes. which at about 110 knots is going to be about 16 miles. So if I'm planning my descent, before we get to the Belmar racetrack, we'll want to start our descent, the Del Mar racetrack, I mean.
For 725 Whiskey, clearance some request. For 725 Whiskey, you called up with a IFR request to Santa Barbara. You're still filed to San Bernardino. Just verify that. Just verify the ICAO code of your destination. For 725 Whiskey, roger, on request.
Traffic shows up on the floor flight, which is nice if you do a little tweak to the configuration in X-plane. We've got some headed straight at us 2,000 feet below. So we'll see if he gives us that.
Spare wing 657, roger, expect 10,000 in 5 minutes, rest of clearance is unchanged.
Sorry, 300 feet below. And we're descending. So I might hold here.
650, correction, Spirit Wings 657,
in fact,
you call for taxi?
We've gone, I'm having bad altitude problems today. We've gone through our altitude. We want to be up at 5,500. I descended down to
21
5,000.
taxi via Charlie Alpha. Airwing 657, roger, runway 17, taxi via Echo, Charlie Echo, correction, Charlie Echo, cross runway 21. Number 725 Whiskey, clear to San Bernardino Airport, Elmo 8 departure, then as filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 4,000. Departure frequency 134.2, squawk 5063.
It's our DME. I don't have one in the plane I practice in the real world, so I tend not to have it on in this, but it's nice to have.
$725 Whiskey, read back is correct. I also forgot to issue, expect 7,000 in 10 minutes.
Okay, there we are. 5,500 feet.
For 725 Whiskey, read back is correct.
Our heading past the Oceanside VOR is going to be 138.
For 2907 Gulf, runway 27, clear for takeoff, wind 310 at 7.
About there. I mean, it's easy VFR, you just follow the coast. It's not the hardest thing in the world to do.
Skyx 714 Hotel, Oxnard Tower ident.
And when this flips, then we'll...
Sky 4 Hotel, thank you, enter left, correction, right base runway
check
25,
our watch again.
3 miles to the north.
I forgot to tap the lap meter, but we were at 19 minutes before. We should be at, supposed to be at 31 by the time that we're here. We're going to actually be faster than that. I estimated at 110, we're doing closer to 115, and I think we have a little tailwind. Camp Pendleton Marine Corps Air Station off there to our left. A little turbulence there, a little bump.
714 Hotel, that's approved. Remain outside Delta airspace.
Okay, so we're from, set our lap button. That was 28 minutes to there. So we finished that leg 3 minutes faster than we thought we would. This next leg should be 9 minutes. Be a little faster than that, given our airspeed. And if it's a from heading of 138, I could track down the outboard VFR if I wanted. It's a little off that, but that's okay. But we're VFR and just visual navigation the rest of the way. Now we're coming up to the Bravo for San Diego. The first shelf is 6 to 800, we're below that. The next shelf after that is 32 to 18, so we'll be in it after that. So we'll start looking for permission to enter the Bravo here pretty soon. If you're interested in this stuff, you're either a student pilot or a simmer who really wants to do things real world. The Real World Coast to Coast video series by Keith Smith and Pilot Workshops is worth getting. I got it on sale, but I would have gladly paid full price for it. You basically watch Keith, who is the creator of the
725 Whiskey Burbank ground
PilotEdge network,
taxi via Bravo.
Fly across the country in his Lancer, and it was a huge learning experience for me, including when you hand fly everything, which is what he does, and what I'm trying to do, how much you really have to pay attention to altitude and the rest. I just
2907 Gulf.
wandered down a couple hundred feet there, and got some traffic there off to our side, 600 feet below us, passing a beam.
SoCal departure, Comanche 2907 Golf, level 2000.
Okay, we're coming up to the Bravo here pretty soon. He knows we're going to San Diego, so he'll issue us approval to enter the Bravo airspace, but if not, we will call. Sometimes when they're busy, they got a lot they're keeping track of, not some VFR guy in advisories.
2907 Gulf, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb, maintain 900,000.
Up to 9,000, Comanche 2907.
Okay, I'm going to be over this racetrack.
Clear wing 657, Victor Tower, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
So I'm going to be looking for the Lake Hodges off to my left as a visual reporting point for me. There's Palomar Airfield. And again, I'll probably start my descent a little bit before Del Mar Racetrack.
Hotel, Roger, on the left base, runway 25, clear to land.
And we get the weather at some point.
Affirmative.
Although if we're going to be San Diego, I don't know that we need to, because we're going to be handled all the way in. Okay, so I can see the cliffs down there by Torrey Pines in the distance. Keep following the coast.
Roger. For 2907 Golf, turn right, direct Julian, resume on navigation.
Right, direct Julian, then resume on navigation. Comanche 2907 Golf, thank you.
One 5 Juliet Golf, clear to Bravo airspace, proceed direct Mount Soledad, then direct San Diego Lindbergh Airport. Maintain VFR 3500.
Clear to the Bravo, proceed Mount Soledad, then Lindbergh, 3,500, 15 Juliet Golf. Okay. Direct Mount Soledad, okay.
Over 6182 Golf, you do not need to cold call the clearance delivery frequency. Go ahead with the request.
Descend to maintain 3,500.
6182 Golf, roger, squawk 5233.
So Mount Soledad is
Or 15
basically...
Juliet Golf, traffic at your 1 to 2 o'clock, and about 5 miles is a northeastbound Piper Comanche out of 4,400.
Positive contact, 15 Juliet Golf.
5 Juliet Golf, thank you.
Okay, so we're descending down to 35.
2907 Golf, traffic 11 o'clock and 4.5 miles.
Mount Soledad is basically
southbound
that.
Skyhawk 172 out of 5,000 feet.
So I looked at the VFR chart
Yep,
to see
got
it.
the traffic inside Comanche 2907 Golf, thanks.
Pretty cool. 2 PilotEdge guys flying by each other with visual separation thanks to the controller. That's awesome.
Starwing 657, roger, contact Joshua departure.
There you go.
Starwing 657, Joshua departure, radar contact, climb maintain 10,000, clear direct Palmdale.
There's another drone passing ahead of us here.
Keller 948, contact Burbank Tower 118.7. For 6182 Gulf, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Charlie Juliet.
Continuing our descent. There's Torrey Pines Golf Course down there.
Keller 948, Burbank Tower, roger.
Another visual reporting point. Okay, we're going to be going to Lindbergh Tower here in a second. That's going to be 118.
Keller 948, make straight in, runway 8, clear to land.
Photorealistic scenery. This is pretty amazing for VFR flying, I gotta say. This is the first time I've flown into San Diego, Lindbergh, so I wasn't quite sure what to expect from a vectoring perspective. Luckily, I was generally familiar with the charts, so when he said Mount Soledad, I knew basically where to go. Otherwise, I could have always asked for a heading.
Go ahead. Roger.
Coming to 3,500 here.
714 Hotel, join Foxtrot to the ramp, remain on this frequency.
There we go. There's our altitude.
Keller 948, roger, enter right traffic, runway 8, report midfield.
Okay, descent checklist. Fuel selector is to both. Mixture, when we get down a little further, full rich. Carb heat, we'll do that when we get a little lower. You can see the airfield in front of us. I presume he's going to bring us in on a base for 27. He said direct Soledad, then direct San Diego, so we'll just fly straight at the strip after this so they give us a vector for landing.
$725 Whiskey Burbank Tower, runway 15, line up away.
Now, real world, I wouldn't tell him I had a blown tire because I wouldn't know on takeoff if I had a blown tire necessarily. I mean, I suppose I would have, but everything seemed normal, so, you know, the
Airline
fact
657 after Palmdale, fly heading 3.
I'm just going to proceed as if
for the airport instead of
everything was
5,000.
normal because I probably wouldn't know that was the case. Blown tire and landing, I'll know. We'll see what happens. Okay, we're level 3,500. We're approaching Mount Soledad, then we're going to be direct San Diego.
15 Juliet Golf, connect Lindbergh Tower 118.3.
118.3 for 15 Juliet Golf. Lindbergh Tower, Skyhawk 15 Juliet Golf, 3,500.
November 15 Juliet Golf, Lindbergh Tower, now right downwind, runway 27, clear to land.
Right downwind for 27, clear to land, 15 Juliet Golf. And we'll continue our descent. Met our
657, connect Joshua approach 124.55.
3012.
Keller 948, midfield right downwind.
Keller 948, roger.
Okay, mixture full rich. Carb heat on.
657, Joshua approach, roger.
Seatbelts fastened.
Santa Barbara
Landing
Tower,
light.
Skyline 6182 Golf is ready at runway 25, left downwind departure.
For 6182 Golf, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff on course is approved, maintain VFR 1500.
25 cleared for takeoff, maintain 1500, 6182 Golf.
Okay, we're coming up to the field. Still got about
Keller 940,
1,000 feet to go.
Land, hold short 15.
Clear to land, runway 8, hold short 15, Keller 948.
For 725 Whiskey, runway 15, clear for takeoff, and calm landing traffic will be holding short 15.
Clear for takeoff on 15, landing traffic holding short 725 Whiskey.
Okay, right downwind for 27.
Good afternoon, Los Angeles ground, American 1431, Charlie 9, short of Charlie with Mike, ready to taxi to the airport.
American 1431, runway 25 right at Juliet, taxi via Charlie 9, Bravo, Juliet.
Okay. We'll go with clean cockpit here.
Okay, 25 right, Charlie 9, Bravo for American 1431.
Number 25 right at Juliet. Taxi via Charlie 9, Bravo, Juliet.
25 right, via Juliet, Charlie 9, Bravo, Juliet for American 1431.
6182 Gulf radar contacts the altitude.
Here we are, pattern altitude. Turn into our
6182
downwind leg.
Golf is 500.
For 725 Whiskey, contact SoCal departure.
Order
Come
SoCal
on, baby.
departure, 725 whiskey.
There we go.
For 725 Whiskey, SoCal departure radar contact, climb maintain 7000.
Wind's 310 at 7. Okay, a little bit of a crosswind. Okay. Flaps, carb heat, fuel pump, landing lights are on.
Keller 948.
Trim the airplane.
Where are you parking?
Millionaire Park.
Keller 948, roger, exit to the left and join Delta to Millionaire. That's past the Cat 8.
Exit left, join Delta to Millionaire, Cala 948, many thanks.
Okay, we'll turn here to our base. Keep flying downhill. There's the city, that's cool.
Square wing 657, Mojave Airport, 11 o'clock, 9 miles, report in sight.
This is a short final, but that's a huge strip, so it's okay. Turn on to final. Next notch.
Square wing 657, cleared visual approach, runway 30, contact Mojave Tower.
We're going to go to general aviation parking, which is over here.
Mojave Tower, square wing 657, visual approach, runway 30.
Square wing 657, Mojave Tower, runway 30, clear
Full
land.
flaps.
Visual land, runway 30, square wing 657.
I'm noticing the latest beta, when you go full flaps, this Cessna sinks like a rock. That's sort of what it does in the real world, so. Got that little crosswind. That right wing dipped just a little bit.
Six 182 Gulf, connect Santa Barbara departure 120.55.
120.55, 6182 Golf.
I think we have a blown tire. Yep. Well, we'll go as far as we can.
Number 6182 Gulf, Santa Barbara departure, roger. VFR altitude order discretion, Santa Barbara altimeter 3012.
Interesting how it simulates the blown tire. That's kind of cool. What are we at here? We're clear of 27.
415 Juliet Gulf, join Charlie to the ramp, remain on this frequency.
Charlie to the ramp, stay on this frequency, 15 Juliet Golf, thanks. So, it looks like we blew our right tire on takeoff. We're gonna have to get the struts replaced. Flaps back up, landing, line off, fuel pump off, carb heat. Strobes. Let's see, if we wanted to just go straight ahead to this ramp here, we can do it. We'll just go straight to the north ramp. If we can move. I'll just tell him, and we'll be done because it's not letting me.
725 Whiskey SoCal departure state intention.
There we go. Embarrassing.
725 Whiskey, I can't have you make a left turn. You're turning into the final approach course for Los Angeles. Turn right heading 320 immediately.
There we are. We'll park on the ramp over here. And we'll make a right turn because that's going to be a lot easier with a blown tire. Well, that was interesting. All things considered.
725 Whiskey, continue right turn heading 040 when able, clear direct Mona VOR or Zumo navigation.
We will tell them that we're at the ramp and done. Lumber Tower 15 Julie Golf is at the ramp. Thanks for your help.
See you.
Okay. Avionics off. Beacon. Master. Magnetos. Okay, well that was fun. I hope you didn't mind watching the whole flight. It was cool flying into San Diego. Rendered really well. I think Mr. X has freeware scenery for San Diego that's supposed to be really good. I'll have to download it because this is okay, but a little spare. And the blown tire, don't know what that was about, I guess. Maybe I just cranked on the rudder or the crosswind or something, but on takeoff, I didn't notice it on takeoff. And if I hadn't have had that thing there to tell me, I wouldn't have noticed it until it was time to taxi off the ramp because landing was generally fine. Feels like it was the right one, but so it goes. So we're a little tilted. So anyway, that's what's up. Thanks for watching the flight. Another flight in the Alphabet Challenge is complete. Thanks for watching on the glide slope. I get a lot of questions about what's in the sim and how it's built, computer configurations. All those questions are answered for you at www.ontheglideslope.net, so I'd encourage you to check that out. And I have fun doing this, and I hope you guys like watching it, and thanks for watching.